Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of American Heroes Outdoors. I'm Scott St. Sauver and I'd like to introduce you to Lance Peterson. Lance is an American Heroes Ambassador and we're here in Chamberlain, South Dakota with the Paralyzed Veterans of America and the South Dakota Firefighters Association to spend a couple days on the river fishing with paralyzed veterans. So come along with us today and meet Rich Branagh and Gene Murphy.
Throughout history, brave men and women have answered their nation's call to serve. Heroes who have put their life on the line for each other and our freedoms. These are their stories. Join us as we continue our mission to share the stories of our nation's true heroes while helping them heal in the great outdoors. American Heroes Outdoors is brought to you by Shields, Smoky Hills Outdoor Store, Gate City Bank, Woodland Resort, Warrior Boats, S&S Promotional Group, Wheelers Point Resort, Evinrude, Center Power Sports and Recreation,
We are out here for the 16th annual Joel Niemeyer Memorial Fishing Event. This event is probably one of a kind in South Dakota, probably in the tri-state area, where they take veterans that are in wheelchairs out fishing, and this is the only time they're able to go fishing.
This is just super that the Paralyzed Veterans and the South Dakota Firemen put this on. I mean, outstanding for the disabled veterans that can go on this. We've always caught fish, so that makes it better yet. Weather's always held out decent. Just a super time for, again, for all the vets.
Over the years, this tournament has grown. We went from the first year with 6 boats and 6 vets to this year I have 47 boats. They're gonna go out, they're gonna get a full day of fishing in, and we're gonna clean the fish up, and we're having a big party tomorrow night, and then on Friday we're having breakfast and another full day of fishing. And everybody out here that takes part in this will agree with me that we do it for the smiles. When you see them come in from the water with a big grin on their face and a full stringer of walleyes, that's all I need to start the summer off.
Hey, I'm Scott St. Sauver.
Raymond Pickler.
Nice to meet you, Raymond.
You too.
So tell me why you're doing this. I mean, you donate ice, minnows for this event.
Yep,
Tell us about that.
We do Cedar Shores, and I do ice fishing tournament every year in January. So I go half and half with them. Whatever our minnows and our ice, I pay for half. Cedar Shore does the other half.
Okay.
I've been in the military was in there for 12 years, National Guards. And to see what these guys have done for us in our country, I mean, it's amazing. But that's why I do it, you know, to help these guys out. And a lot of these guys probably never get a chance to go fishing. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing it for these guys.
Ray, thank you for your service.
You bet.
Thanks for doing this. We really
You bet.
appreciate it. Ready to go fishing? Oh yeah. So am I. I'm ready to go fishing. Enough fooling around. Let's go do this today. All right, Rich, nice and easy. Yep, I got the rods. Comes the weight. Okay, there he is. Him. There. There. There you go. This one's got one on. Yep, there he is. It's a little guy, but by golly, Nice looking little fish.
Yeah, we got 2 in the box and it's going good. Need a few more.
Oh yeah, that's a better one, I think. Maybe not. That was a little better. Okay, buddy. Just let me hold that. You need the net, or can you get them in? We got a pretty good one here too, I think. Yeah, okay. Just take your time. Yeah, it's acting like it's okay. It's staying straight down. There we go. So Rich, tell me a little bit about yourself, about your service. And
Well, I went to the Navy in 1970 and went to San Diego for boot camp. And I went from there, I went to Memphis to electronics. And that was like 6 months down there. And then I went from there to NAS Oceana,
okay,
and that's where I took my radar training.
okay,
And then I got attached to VF 101, which was a training squadron. And I spent 3 years with them. Never went to sea one day except fishing with a buddy of mine.
in the Navy. So you were a radar man on F-4 Phantom jets.
Yep.
So tell me about how those guys were to work for, and tell me a little bit about your job.
Oh, the job, it was pretty simple. I mean, you had a bit box beside the rear seat, and that ran a program that tested everything in the radar. And if you hit a certain frame in it, read that you had low voltage, then you had to go work on the power supply. You go out like a 2-man crew would go out and work on an airplane, and when you got it up, you come back to the shop, and if there was another one down, you pick that one up. I got out of the Navy in April of '74, and came home and went to Tyndall and worked in the Chevrolet garage as a mechanic.
Okay, okay.
Until like in the middle of '75, I went back to school to get a teaching degree for auto mechanics, and never quite finished that. I had to have one more
That's a good
course.
one. Here, let's catch this one.
Got one.
This one's a pretty good one. Okay, you're okay. Nice and easy. Okay, we're up. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Let's get a net, please. There we go. There's a nice one. There's a 17, 18
Maybe we
incher
got
right
into
there.
big ones now.
Yeah, maybe. This is a nice fish. It's just right at 18. Nice fish. So after you got out of the Navy, you went back to school, and then you decided to go to school and be a teacher.
Yeah, but I got out of that and ended up working as a carpenter.
Okay.
And then I worked at the state hospital, the Mickelson Center in Yankton, for 13 years. And then I quit there and went on my own, started building houses and remodeling and stuff like that.
And so when did you know you had some problems that?
In 2009, I had a stroke. That's what my left side went.
And so so now you're pretty good from the waist up, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you're
my
doing real
right
good.
side is good.
Yeah, except where you constructioned
Except where
yourself.
I cut my hand up.
You know, every guy that's ever been a farmer or construction worker's got that going on.
They do it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is how many years you've come out here?
This is fourth, I think.
4th year. So what's an event like this mean to you, to be able to come out and get in the boat?
It's a lot of fun to come up here and go fishing, and I appreciate what everybody that brings their boats up and what they all do for us. It's a lot of fun. It's the only time I go fishing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, so far we're doing okay. There's a fish. Let's get back here. Okay, there's the bottom bouncer. So let's see what we got here. All right, he's a little short, but another fish. So gonna have to sort them to get the ones we want. He's about a 13 and a half. In he goes. There, this one we got. Okay. Yeah, that's okay, here we go. Oh, he might make it. He's gonna be close.
Oh, yeah.
He's over. Yep, he's 15 1/4. Not a keeper. All right.
I don't know. That's going to be close. Catch his big brother. 14 and a half. Yeah, nice. Hey, the fishing been super. And we've, I think we've got what, 8, 9 in the box? Yep. So life is good. We're looking for that, about that 31 incher yet. And I know he's down there somewhere.
When did you join the military? What year was it?
Was drafted into the Army in 1967, went in January of 68, ended up 15 days after getting out of AIT, we were in Vietnam. Was assigned to the 4th Infantry up in the Central Highlands. To me it was hilly mountainous country, and we ran 4-man LRP teams, or long-range reconnaissance patrols. The day I got the Purple Heart, I mean, was a day where we were on a search and destroy mission. We actually knocked 2 NVA down. We run into a big, large bunker complex, and I actually was walking point, and I was the first one dinged about 4:30 in the afternoon, and the guy popped out of a hole only about 20 feet from me. I didn't see him, and he knocked me down with, I took 2 bullets right through the right side right away. And right away I felt my legs were gone. Well, my platoon sergeant, he was off to the left of me, behind me, he kept yelling at me, "Murph, where is he?" I said, "He's got to be right on top of me." I said, "But I don't see him, you know." And then all of a sudden, the second time I looked at the platoon sergeant, he took the first bullet down, I mean, parted his hair. I mean, would have been an inch lower, would have caught him between the eyes. I mean, just, and then he took a couple in the shoulder. Well, then I ended up feeling, I just felt my legs, felt my thighs, and I'm thinking, hey, that's good. I want to just tip my head just enough to see the tips of my boot. Well, when I did that, the guy seen me, and he opened with a 30-round burst. And you could actually see him coming all up the right side. One hit me right above the right ankle. Didn't know it though, and I'm thinking about 5 days in the evac hospital when I found out that I was hit. And I received, the Purple Heart for them wounds. I didn't receive it though until I got back to Fitzsimmons Army Hospital in Denver, probably 2 months later. And I received 3 medals that day from the general there. And just, so I look back as I went up through the ranks. I was a squad leader, as a sergeant. I mean, I was in charge of the 4-man LRP team, so a lot of times I didn't, I made sure that my men were safe. And I guess I felt good that I never lost a man. I had guys wounded, but never had a guy killed. And right after I was wounded, and I call my alive day is April 20th of 1969 when I was shot up. And that's a day that I always will always remember.
April 20th, you said, of 1969? Myself thinking, I wasn't even born yet. And 49 years later, I'm doing this. It's a big full circle. And we enjoy it, my wife and I both enjoy it. To see the smiles, that's what this is all about, is smiles. And so far today, I think all I've seen is smiles.
Oh yeah. Now I think we're down to 1.
There we go.
But who's counting, right, Murph?
Yeah, who's counting? Besides the game warden. He's a keeper.
You're down to 1,
Hey,
Murph.
we're down to 1. We're going.
You're down to 1, Murph. Nice job, Murph.
That might be the keeper.
Is that the one, Murph? I don't think so.
No.
You know, but it isn't about limits, is it? It's
Before
about
we
having fun.
Oh yeah, catching fish. Hey.
14. I'll let you do the honors.
Come back in, grow up quickly, fella.
Everybody involved in this fishing event with the Paralyzed Veterans, we do it for the smiles. When you see one of these incredible individuals come in from a full day of fishing, and we get to see that grin on their face and a full stringer of walleyes, it's all we need to start the summer off the right way. And everybody involved will agree, we do it for the smiles.
Wow, what a day we had today. What an event. The Joel Niemeyer Memorial Fishing Classic in Chamberlain, South Dakota. Look at this crowd behind me. The Paralyzed Veterans of America, the firefighters of South Dakota and Northern Iowa have all come together to ensure that these paralyzed veterans can get out and enjoy a day on the water fishing. They're gonna go back out tomorrow, and they came in today, and the smiles are simply something you cannot replace. Watching these volunteers load these veterans into these boats, watching them out on the water as people with very limited mobility are able to reel in fish and bring their limits in and clean those fish and enjoy the outdoor environment. That is what giving back to veterans is all about, and that is what American Heroes is all about, telling these guys a story. So thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next week.